The Whistler is a film that breathes through its atmosphere, grounding its folk horror in the lush, suffocating landscapes of Venezuela. The story begins with a brutal prologue. A young woman fleeing through endless sugarcane fields is intercepted by a man with a jagged blade, only for him to meet a violent, mysterious end. This sets the stage for Nicole and Sebastian, played by Diane Guerrero and Juan Pablo Raba, who travel from the United States to settle the affairs of Sebastian's father following his grisly death. As Americans abroad, Nicole and Sebastian are the classic skeptical outsiders. They move through the rural village with a sense of modern superiority, baffled by the locals' devotion to the Maria Leones occult and their warnings of ancient spirits. The tension is most palpable during dinner with Sebastian's mother, Isabel. The couple arrogantly assumes she would leap at the chance to move to the United States, but Isabel remains tethered to the land, highlighting a sharp cultural divide between urban visitors and those who respect the old ways. The film truly shines when it explores the intersection of land and legend. The cinematography captures mountains and sugarcane fields that feel alive, as if they might swallow the characters whole. While Sebastian focuses on the family ranch, Nicole wanders into the village, stumbling upon locals practicing a healing ritual. Though initially terrified, her deep-seated grief over their deceased daughter eventually drives her back to them. She pleads for their help to contact the girl, shifting the narrative focus toward her trauma and allowing Diane Guerrero to deliver a powerful, front and center performance. Woven into these character studies are the tales of the Whistler, a local monster with a tragic backstory. In one of the film's most striking sequences, we discover the creature's nest, a haunting display of victims encased in cocoon-like shells, dangling from the trees like macabre fruit. However, the film struggles to maintain its identity in the final act. After a strong start rooted in folk horror and cultural clash, it begins to lean on tired tropes of demonic possession. At a lean 90 minutes, the pacing ironically drags as it approaches the finale, and the monster itself lacks the terrifying presence needed for a truly memorable creature feature. Despite these flaws and a few timid horror sequences, The Whistler remains a compelling watch for its stunning visuals and its exploration of how grief can make a person trade their skepticism for the supernatural. It is at its best when it remembers that the scariest things aren't just monsters in the dark, but the rituals and landscapes that have outlived generations.